The ones you just showed where he
He
was...
says, so do we have a professional waxer? I still know a government-trained waterboard technician.
So, let's look at the overall statement being made there, that he apparently would prefer being waterboarded to being waxed. Now, I don't give a shit about him wanting his little boyfriend to do it for him. I think we can figure out how to fucking waterboard somebody. I've been on that train since the get-go. I've seen fucking Zero Dark 30. I've seen all, when we watch It's Always Sunny.
I still think the waxing would be more humiliating to him.
I think to most people, you're correct, but I'm going to assume, again, Justin has in the neighborhood of 13, 14 hairs in his entire pubic region. So I'm not sure.
I mean, have you been cupping his balls to know this? I mean...
Let's look at the amount of years it takes him to grow this little thing right here on his face.
Yeah, it's the same amount of time he's been growing out on his balls, too. And he probably has this going on right now.
I would think he has about what he's going on his face, maybe times 2. Maybe. Which still
even if there's no hairdo, the inflation...
That makes it maybe this. I
mean... hey. Ooh. Oh, man.
And apparently he's seen your balls and ass enough to know that you are a hairy sumbitch, because he says you are a very hairy person in the pubic area. I have no idea why he knows that.
I have a hairy ass for sure.
Yeah, well, I remember that from senior trip. But yeah, and I think there's families that remember that from senior trip too. You disgusting. Do you remember being drunk, maybe in the bed with some fat girl, and you climbing on the air conditioning unit in the hotel room, sticking your exposed ass pulled apart against the window because Kluot was knocking on the door, and when you did that, there was a family of 4, husband, wife, and 2 small children walking down as your fucking brown eye is pressed against the window.
No, I do not remember that.
Yeah. I remember that. And I'm sure that family remembers that shit to this day.
Where were we at?
Panama City.
You're banging some fat chick?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I wasn't banging her, I was getting my dick.
No, whatever. It was all the same.
Yeah. But I'm saying technically. And that was the same trip where you almost ran off of a 5th-story balcony, but a closed glass door saved your life, and you ran into the glass door and fell back onto the fucking floor, which I think is the cause of the brain damage that we see today. I'm pretty
memory loss.
You landed flat back on the back of your fucking head on that floor after running the front of your head into the fucking glass door. If that glass door wasn't there, you would not have been able to stop in time to keep from going over that balcony, because that balcony was all like 2 to 2.5 feet deep. Like, you were going straight the fuck over. Yep. And for William, because you were excited to see William, you were about to fucking run headfirst off of that balcony.
Hey, so, even more reason for me not to get waxed. I do have a hairy ass. But I'm feeling confident.
And you may never grow that hair back again. Because that same trip we duct taped you to a chair, and where we duct taped your ankles to the chair.
Well, you do realize...
yeah, I'm on long socks. I'm not doing all that. But,
you gonna rub my leg up? Hey, but you know what? I also wear work boots all day, too, so...
What does that mean?
I wear 11-inch fucking work boots, so I wear socks like this all day.
Yeah, I do, too. What does that mean?
No, you fucking don't. Your boots don't come up to here.
Well, what does that matter? What does that mean?
Because it rubs right there.
You're already bald around your ankle, and I think you have low T also.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Is that what it is? My ass says otherwise.
I mean, when's the last time you shaved your ass?
Never.
Exactly. you develop low T. So that ass hair there is old and hasn't
Well, I
fallen
shave
out
my
yet.
balls and it never stops coming. So
Yeah, but I've noticed I've got a couple of grays on my balls lately. That was disturbing to find. I feel like I'm dying now, you know, like...
look, I mean, I got a few grays here and there, but none of
Dude,
my balls.
my hair, my fucking head hair, there, if you get it in the right light, you see whites all the fuck through my hair. And like I said, finding gray or white pubes was very disturbing. So I've been trying.
That's the thing, you married and settled down now, because that'd be depressing.
I've been, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's depressing anyway. I've been trying to shave my balls to keep from that happening, but I can't find the right equipment to keep I like the baby bird head look, you know, where it's completely like smooth. I don't want to do the waxing thing though.
Oh, yeah, you can just go wax it. Moss is gonna get waxed at the same time too.
Just, I can't do the waxing. Could we get one of those barber dudes that are so precise with the straight blade to just go down my balls?
You know what you get? You get one of those Manscaped lawnmowers.
I got one. That's fucking shitty. Fucking shitty. Does not give you the baby bird head look that I'm going after, dude. Because it leaves that little stubble there. I don't want that stubble. I don't want that stubble.
You gotta whip the razor out after.
Well, I don't own a razor, actually. Believe it or not. I don't own a razor. That's why I bought the...
I still say we wax Justin.
I'm honestly conflicted.
Look, this can't be biased, like, oh, it depends on who loses, what we're gonna do.
The whole reason we were planning on doing the waxing this year is because you were about to lose your second straight shit bowl.
Well, I mean, I feel like Justin kind of was like owning up to it. He was kind of accepting it. So
if you look back, he was asking for the waterboarding. Actually,
we should see what the consensus is, though.
I think we should see. We should see. Justin excluded. That leaves 7 people to vote because Justin has already cast his vote for waterboarding. So I'm going to do him a favor. I'm going to leave him out of the vote, alright? Because it seems like waterboarding would be the worst overall outcome. It seems like. Because what he doesn't realize, he thinks he can hold his breath while being waterboarded. Okay, well, while the other person's pouring the water, I'm punching that bitch in the stomach, alright? Like, there's no way he's going to sit there and hold his breath during that shit.
That's fucked up.
What do you mean that's fucked up? You don't think that's exactly the way they do that shit in Gitmo? You don't think that's how that shit's done?
You just keep pouring enough water until they can't hold their breath no more.
Well, alright, well then yeah, we get them with the water hose. That's how we do it then. That is a good idea.
Water.
Good idea. Clean water. Well, maybe one of us pisses it now. Yeah, but I mean, I think we should have the league vote as to whether we waterboard Justin or wax him. Because he seems to be in favor of waterboarding. That's the reason this discussion is even happening.
Yeah.
So let's...
How about this championship?
This championship, I'm going to win this shit. My kicker just put up 15 fucking points. Go fuck yourself, Dusty. Go fuck yourself, your white boy receiver. Go
he just
fuck
picked up
yourself.
Henderson Jr., so...
Yeah. Dale Henderson Jr. I'll fuck you. I cannot let that ginger beat me. This will be like the 3rd championship I've lost.
I got confidence in you. You don't have no confidence in me. You trying to talk to me.
I'm
like,
not. It's not that I have
points.
no confidence in you, Blake.
You're gonna strip
I don't want
points
you.
and everything. So
I have confidence in you. I don't like the fact that you're playing an illegitimate player.
What was illegitimate about him?
He should have never been on the waiver wires. He's on the waiver wires because Brian is a douchebag.
Why am I at fault for that?
Because you should have enough moral compass to not play him.
Moss is saying that he's pissed off that I had an earlier waiver claim than he did. Otherwise, he'd be sitting on Moss's lineup right now.
No, he would be sitting on my bench had I been in your position.
Right.
because I am.
Well,
a
I pick him
man
up. This
of
is the game
high
that matters.
moral
What are you going to play him
fortitude.
next week? I mean,
No, he wouldn't be played, but he
then why
also
pick him up?
so that he would not be played.
Oh, so you play the safe route. You pick him up so nobody else can play. I'm not going to play him either, but I'm just going to put him on my bench.
Well, because he should not be in a lineup that matters right
See,
now.
it's this thinking, wow, the waiver never did me any fucking good this season when I did have injured players. I'm also like, oh, nobody's ever had an injured player. Because assholes like him hoarding good players and just throwing them on his fucking bench for the hell of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That just got me to the championship round. While you were either not making waiver claims, like I do.
Oh, back the fuck up because you can go back and look through the activity. I've been pretty active on the waivers this year compared to a lot of fucking people. So
Well, number one, that's because your team has sucked balls through half of the year, especially the first half. Number two, I remember a case in specific where Mr. Jamal Williams came up fucking big time, because he was replacing the running back that you had, that you slept through.
that was the 1 week I wasn't fucking paying attention. We've had this discussion.
1 week, okay.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not hating on you. I've been your biggest advocate this year. Biggest advocate, although I did not want you to get to 5 wins because I made that statement early and wanted to be right. But I mean, if you recall from our last segment, our last video rather,
You really wanted Brian to be in the shit bowl, huh?
I told you it was completely possible that you win the last 4 or 5 games,
I believe
whatever
Mitchell
was
pointed
left.
out me and Brian had the same record. Ended up with the same record.
The difference is Brian has scored like 300 points more than you. But I told you at that last episode we were in together that you could potentially make the playoffs still if you won out, because having an over 500 record this year in this fucking league gets you to the playoffs.
If I would have won the next 2 weeks after that conversation, it was very plausible. So.
It was, but did you win those next 2 weeks?
Man, fuck you, Nick.
Yeah, Nick is a little asshole. He's one of those ones that puts up big times until it's time to really put up or shut up, and then he fucking gets out-managered like a motherfucker in week 2,
He is going
right?
to stomp the number 1 seed.
The
ass
number
this week.
1 seed. Can you believe the number 1 seed is going to come in potentially 4th now? And before we
It's that
aired...
karma.
Well, that's coming to bite you next week, bro. I'm just saying, maybe you shouldn't play Kamara next week. Maybe he's going to get, benched or injured early, and you're going to get fucked by Justin. That's not something anyone wants to have happen to them.
You let me play my game and you play your game.
Okay, well, you playing your game through most of the year has resulted in you being in the shit bowl, alright?
Look, if I didn't have Kamara, I would still feel confident.
I've tried to help you. I have tried to help you. I told you early on.
He tried to help me by telling me to drop players. Obviously,
You
now I
needed
know
to
why, so
drop
he could pick them
Gronk.
up and throw them on his
You
fucking
needed to
bench.
drop Gronk.
Right. You know what? That was a very fucking huge asset this week.
Probably ought to
In the
drop.
shit bowl.
You should have dropped Aaron Jones early on. He's obviously been garbage last.
It's a
few
hit or
weeks.
miss, man. You know what? I mean, it is what it is this late in the season. Look, next week if McCaffrey's active, I'll consider
You know what?
22 to play.
I legitimately do have to give you props for starting Mike Evans whenever you've let him ride your bench for a lot of these weeks, and you finally started him on a good week, and you've benefited from it. So I do have to give you props for that. I don't think you saw a 47-7 game.
No. I mean, I did feel like he was going to get a lot of touches and at least a touchdown. I did feel that way. So, I'll take 2.
Impressive.
I'll take 2. I'll take 2.
Okay. So, what's your overall feeling after this first week? What do you think the score between you and Justin will be?
Oh. I don't know. I'm thinking Justin's going to just barely break 100.
Barely break 100?
Yeah.
What is he projected for?
I think like 130-ish.
Okay. So what do you think you're going to end up with?
Like 220, 230.
220, 230.
Yeah.
What is your, oh damn it, I haven't done the Moss average in a few weeks, but I believe the last time we had a Moss average going, you were coming in around 120.
Yeah, but since then I broke a lot of 180 weeks too.
You had a 180 week since
160 and so 150 plus for sure. Oh yeah.
So you're calling a 220 to less than 100 game.
Not less than 100. I mean.
You said you don't think he's going to break 100.
I mean, well, that was bad words. Then. I mean, just barely break 100 is I think what I said. Yeah. I'm thinking like 113ish. Hey, if you recall the last time me and Justin played, I don't think either of us broke 100 that week. Not 2 weeks ago, but earlier in the season.
Yeah, no, I remember you two combined for like 160 points or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous. Yeah.
So let's see who you have left to play.
I have Rodgers, I have Jones, I have DK Metcalf, and who else is left? That's it. Miami. Oh, and then my kicker. Sloan.
God damn it. Jeff Wilson Jr. has 31.4 points on my bench. And Dalvin Cook had his worst showing of the year at 19 points.
I wasn't going to tell you that.
God damn it. Alright, it's cool. Fuck you, Dusty.
Dusty got Henderson Jr., so.
Fuck you, Dusty. Let's see. Alright, so currently Blake is up 122 to 34.92. Justin got a solid point from Matt Prater today. Blake got a whole 2 points from his defense. But he also got 100 points between two other players. Let's see.
I got Gibson. Gibson's projected to do pretty good this week too. So.
Jesus, there is no wonder that Justin. All right, honestly, I love you, Justin. There's no wonder that you are in the fucking shit bowl right now. All right, for anybody that's not aware, Justin's starting lineup: Tom Brady, David Johnson, Wayne Gallman, Tyreek Hill, Cole Beasley, Mark Andrews, finally, Robert Tonyan in the flex, Rams D, and Matt Prater. Holy fuck, there is no wonder. Did you really draft that bad? Did you really? No, he drafted Todd Gurley for some reason. Julio, which I think he might play this year. Oh, wait, he's out this week.
Yeah.
Sorry, Justin. Wow. Wow. And his bench isn't much better. Gurley, Jamison Crowder, Hayden Hurst, his third tight end. DJ Chark, who I drafted and dropped early because he's garbage, but that's why he's on Justin's team, I guess. Kiki Kuti, the guy that lost the Texans the ball game last week.
Say that again.
Kiki Kuti. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that shit or not, but that's how it looks to me. Oh my gosh.
This is Cootie or something.
Justin, your team is horseshit. Russell Gage, who has had good games this year, but of course he's not in Justin's lineup. I mean, why would he be? Julio Jones is out. Why would, you know? Jesus Christ, Justin. Jesus.
Because Atlanta sucks. But hey, I would still pick up another second string receiver, so.
Yeah, I mean, you may very well.
If Rodgers and Jones have a good game, I feel like I can hit the 220 mark.
You could, and I think depending on who starts for Washington this week, between Alex Smith and the guy who likes to hang out with strippers without face masks, fuck, I can't remember his name, the other, Haskins. Depending on who starts, if it's Smith, I think Gibson could have a good game, potentially get you around 20 points. I'm going to call this right now. Your kicker, 4 points.
4 points?
Your kicker's going to bone you this week.
4 points?
4.
Who's Carolina playing?
Washington.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting 4 points from his kicker, 23 from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones have a good game with 17. So that's an extra 40, 160, 164.
I'll say 26 with Rodgers.
26, I said 23. Alright. 17 from Aaron Jones. DK Metcalf. He's have a decent game. He's going to be 9
I don't know.
points.
DK's
9 points.
DK is the one who's got me worried this week. We'll see. He didn't do so good against the Rams last night.
9 points from DK. Gibson is going to give you 18. Alright. So you had 164 before plus 9, 173, 183, 191. Slides, I already called that. You're going to end up with 191 this week. So when we take away the 60 illegitimate points, that's going to put you at 131. And we're going to add in...
McCaffrey ain't playing this week, so it don't matter. Let's see.
We're going to add in A.J. Brown's going to have a big game. No, I take that back. Corey Davis is going to have the biggest game on your bench this week. He's going to come in with around 25 points. Alright, so that's going to bring your total to around 156 after week 1. Alright, that's my call. 156. Justin is going to end up with... God, his team sucks. His team sucks.
Is that hard to analyze?
I mean, David Johnson could go for, he's playing Cincinnati at home. He could go for 30 or 11. I mean, Wayne Gallman at Baltimore, again, like 22 or 11. Tyreek Hill's probably going to put up like 25. Cole Beasley at New England, they might have John Brown back this week. He's going to go for like 7. Mark Andrews going to have a good game. He's going to give him like 15, 16. Robert Tonyan. Green Bay's going to be able to run and pass this week, so Robert Tonyan's going to give him like 4, 5 points in his flex. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to low ball it here, say. Los Angeles D is going to give him 6. Alright, so he's going to end up putting up, he's going to break 100. He's going to be around where you said. I think he's going to be around 112, 113. So, legitimately, you're going to have outscored him by about 40 points through week 1. Alright?
Oh, legitimately.
Legitimately. I mean, illegitimately.
Actually,
illegitimately, yeah.
Actually, it's going to be like, 100 points.
Yeah, well. We will see. We will see.
Well, that's about it, huh?
I guess so. I mean, we talked about all the people that mattered. Mitchell choked like you would not believe. Like we said before, Nick put up a good game, but just could not outmanage, the master manager. Jordan finally fucking caught a break this year. And Brian caught a break because he drew Justin in the opening matchup. And I think anybody would have won that game. And then Brian turned into a dick of monumental proportions. So that's where we're at right now. That is where we're at.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think that sums it up.
Oh, yeah.
So, we hope you all have a great December 26th. Good luck to, well, I'm not wishing you luck because you cheated.
I didn't fucking cheat.
I'm not wishing Justin luck because he's making poor decisions, like not defending himself by showing up to the podcast or playing somebody other than a
And
fucking
Mitchell
tight
needs to
end
quit being
who flex.
MIA too.
Well, I mean, I understand Mitchell's butthurt. I understand that, you know. He thought he was gonna. He came so close to winning a championship last year, but his team sucked so bad that he ended up in a tie after 2 weeks. And then this year, he thought it was like going to be a year of destiny, you know. He finally overtook me in the power rankings at the end of the year because I was devastated by injuries. But unlike some people and whining about them and ended up in the shit bowl, I went ahead and persevered, played the waiver wire, ended up in the championship. I'm not naming names because, you know, no one in particular am I talking about.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, this is about Mitchell. Mitchell sucks. I mean, Mitchell really sucks. All right. So, anyway, we hope you all have a great day. All have a great week. Good luck in fantasy, everybody but Blake, Dusty, Justin. All right. So basically, good luck to me because I'm the only one that matters still. All right. Hope you have a good time. We'll see you next time. Suck my dick.